If only that radiator was cleaned off and reversed before it rained. Now I've got like a Weetabix kind of substance on the top of it. Andrew's just doing his daily checks. Same with that one. Looks to be a dead owl been struck on the road. I don't think it's a barn owl though. It's too dark. So far we've had 11.5 mil of rain. I'm on the baby Merlot now, just going to move some pallets and some buckets out the way for the stone crusher. I do like this a lot, the fact that there's no steps to get in, you just slide into it. And when you get old like me, it makes it easier for climbing in and out of. Nice to have an empty big shed. In a room, Adam's got his John Deere collection in it now. Thought these John Deeres are reliable, Adam. Cat, Hyundai. Now JCB. Quick water burst update. It's obviously leaking about there. They dug there. That didn't work. There's a guy now with a van looking there, but he has just come with his little pole with a bit of wood on the end and listened, and I think he thinks he can hear it leaking there where we said in the first place. So hopefully they're going to sort that soon. To show you the crusher here, you drop it on, shakes it, goes into them jaws just like on that bucket we used to have, and then they go in and out and squash it all up, and then it comes out looking like that instead of like that. There's a bit of wire got in and it jammed it. It's a bit loud, I hope you can hear me, but that digger's loading this into here and it's using the riddle bucket so that the fines fall out. This is crushing it, it's all concrete now, and then the other digger's throwing it over. They just put them big lumps in now. And then they basically come out that end. It's gravel. What's called a jaw crusher. 38 ton actually. Friend's just called up with this camper van he's just built. I don't want to go in and get my feet dirty. Your feet get dirty. See the fertiliser spreader in the back. Big motorhome convoy now. All three of them going back to the dealerships to get it fixed. We'll get the awnings fitted. Quick pit stop on the way because the spare wheel was hanging down low. That thing had come undone or had never been tightened up properly. We just noticed it. Just tighten it up now, stop it swinging around. Off we go again. Just check the spare wheel and all the others are tight. Back now from delivering the motorhomes. The spare wheel was loose on one of them and it was swinging. Don't know why. It's on like a cabley thing. Anyway, that's wound up now. That's the. Hopefully we'll pick them up on Friday. They're putting the side awnings on and the bike racks and the microwaves and different things like that, which they should have done in January when we first picked them up. Because of lockdown, they didn't have the bits in stock, so we had to go and get them before they got locked in the dealership. Then they're supposed to do it at the beginning of April, and they didn't. Anyway, they're doing it now in like the beginning of May. So hopefully they'll all be good to go for next week. Someone's been out already with bits missing, but that's just the way it works. So I've just got back to the yard now. Andrew's sorting out my mum's car, something wrong with the tyre pressure gauge on it, and he's servicing my dad's car. So day of cars in the workshop. Adam's John Deere 6930 has now just left. He had to change his sensor on the front linkage. That is now on its way to Pembrokeshire, and the guys that bought it is driving it back. So good luck to him. Probably take him about 8 to 9 hours maybe. It's a fair while. It takes 4.5 in a car. Andrew's just changed this mirror bracket because the damaged fairy backed into a wall and it fell off. So we put the new bracket on, but now we can't find the mirror, and the mirror actually wasn't damaged. It was only this bit of the bracket that was damaged. So we're now hunting the workshop for that. We've also lost the pipe for the latch pin on Project Merlot as well, so we need to try and find that. But someone's tied it up a bit, so we can't find stuff. Load of wheat's gone out as well while I've been taking the motorhomes. T&J Haulage came for that with the new wagon with I think it's TJ21 TED on it, which is in memory of the father that started the company. Unfortunately never got a video of it. I told the lads to, I told three of them, not four, three of them, get a video of it coming in and out the yard, because it's a monumental wagon and all three of them haven't got a video of it. Sam's just unblocked the crusher because the hydraulic pipe burst and he hit the emergency stop. When you hit the emergency stop when it's full, you can't start it again because the engine stops and there's no power, so you have to slacken the jaws off wind out the bits and bumps and stuff, which is uncrushed, which is this pile here now, instead of it looking like this pile, which is like nice stuff. Dead simple how it works. Put the stone on the top, it shakes it down, smashes it through them jaws which I showed you before, which basically just do that. And it drops out on the conveyor belt. There's a big flywheel in here and then one on the other side. So the John Deere engine that powers it. And then it comes out the conveyor belt and then anything metal goes over this magnet, sorry, under this magnet conveyor, throws it out to the side, so that's why we end up with that one, that metal there. You can hear it's a John Deere engine and it's revving up now. There's the flywheel spinning in there now. Up on top. So there's the jaws there now, oscillating. So you basically, if you drop a brick in, you'll see. Just crunches it up. Then you turn this on, this vibrates, and all these stuff will travel down and fall in. Get the plastic out of it, otherwise it spoils the sample. There we go. And then now it comes out the other end, just gravel. Fine stuff will vibrate out of these little bits onto this side conveyor. So Adam's just put that on there now. So he's shaking it along. There it goes. Dead simple. This thing coming out the end now. This was yesterday's quiz question. They are ducked in, so you lay them out under grain and they all kind of clip together with a little patch. And then depending on what grain you've got in there, if it's wheat, you're all right, but if it's oilseed rape, you put hessian over it. And then they come out the end of the pile then, and then you put a blower on it, so when you get cold nights, you can blow through them to stop the grain keeping being warmer than the atmosphere and getting condensation forming and running in, just like we do with the pedestals that we have in the grain at the moment. That's sort of the older way of doing it, but it's cheap as well because they're not very much them. I think I bought a pallet full of them off eBay for like 300 quid and they'll do like hundreds of tons of grain. The pedestals are good, but sometimes we just run out of them and they're about £100 each plus the fan. The fan can be £300. Whereas them ducked in, you just need one fan to do a lot of grain. So that, I think, depending on the size of the fan, but you could have a row of that ducked in that do maybe the equivalent of 4 or 5 pedestals, but they do get in the way when you're loading in and out the grain. So we try not to use them and only use them in emergencies when we're full. So I'm hoping this summer we're going to be full. I need a lot of them. But I've also got some little bouncy castle blowers as well that you can put down it, and they're even cheaper fans as well than the main ones. You've had some really easy quiz questions, so where's a difficult one? What's that off? Got a hole in the end. It's got 2 points on it. If you think you know, leave a comment below. I can't say that without sounding like a poet. I didn't know it. The general consensus with the t-shirts is the best one everyone seems to like is Jury Picker. So maybe I should get some made sometime, I don't know. I might put a proper poll though on Instagram, so if you've not got me on Instagram, it's AgriContract on Instagram, and maybe I can do it on that. And then you can all sort of vote for what you want. Just in the shed, look, the tyres are wearing already. That used to say TM 105, and that used to say the tyre size. It's already starting to wear off on the new fin. Christine was moaning that we'd lost the bubble wrap out the floor of the Merlot, the mini Merlot. So Andrew has, the two Andrews have made a rubber mat for her. So when it gets dirty, you can lift it out and shake it. That's about it for today. Don't forget, I think you can click up here to subscribe or to see the next video, or click here to subscribe and see the next video. Not really sure. Thanks to Farming Life 1294 for today's outro, and I'll see you tomorrow. Sorry, Farming Life 1234 for the outro. Here it is.